We have asked so much of Ian Magnuson these past 4 years, never missing an opportunity to take advantage of all of his countless skills for the betterment of the Prospector. His eye for a great sports photo, his talent for filtering out the urine yellow lighting of our field house and gyms, his ability to buy a hypodermic needle on a tight deadline. While that last one only came as a result of Ian being 18 while copy editor Kyle Brown was not, it does go a long way towards illustrating Ian's impact on the Prospector. While others complained about having to walk up to the math science office to set up an interview, Ian was willing to drive anywhere and do almost anything just to get that perfect picture to bring someone else's story to life, such as Kyle's steroid story. Quote, not only was he willing to buy the needles in a pretty awkward situation, Kyle said, but he came with me and was really receptive to my vision of what I wanted. My vision was ridiculous sometimes, I can admit, but he was always like, okay, we can do it that way. Just the way he always works with the person who he's doing the picture or graphic for is really great. Ian and Kyle's excellent adventure also took them to a pet store where they played with mice in order to get that memorable front page graphic. For Ian, it's always been about collaboration with the rest of the staff, working together to create the best visual possible. Quote, Ian was never one to say, I give up, just do something else with your visual, sophomore opinion editor Chris Kibble said. I never heard him say, no, I won't do that. I can't help you with your story. Never. Never, you're on your own with that. Ian never did that, and that was amazing. Ian's signature was his visual spreadsheet, which he shared with the staff at the start of every issue. This was Ian's way of trying to organize the truly unorganizable. 16 pages filled with the unique visions of 22 individuals. And that would have been more than enough for him to do his job as managing editor of visuals, get everything assigned and shot, and call it an issue. But hiding behind a spreadsheet was not Ian's style, and our graphics were better off because of it. Quote, he had a sheet of what needed to get done. And he would talk to everyone about it, Kyle said. What's really special about him is he would take the time and go up to the whiteboard and draw it out with you. He would suggest that you fix this or fix that, and he would give reasons for why it would be better visually. Him just being there with the page editors, that really helped us take our graphics to the next level. The section that Ian took to another level most frequently was unquestionably sports, which is the irony to end all ironies. Let's put it this way. When Ian walked into my room on the first day of freshman year, I'm pretty sure he didn't know the difference between a touchdown and a home run. And when we told him 3 years ago that Perlman was retiring, he actually said, who? But his love of photography and passion for the Prospector combined to transform him into the best sports photographer we've ever had. By senior year, he was as much a part of the Prospect football sidelines as the drumline, and he knew exactly what it took to get the perfect photo. As a member of marching band, Kyle got a front row seat for so many of Ian's Friday night photo sessions, and he always walked away amazed. Quote, I always saw him on the sidelines. He was always right up in there taking pictures. That was just so cool, Kyle said. By watching him, you could tell that this guy knows what's up. He's going to get right up in there because the action is on the field, so that's where he's going to be. He just had a nose for where the action was, and that's what it's all about. Ian's great at that. My most lasting memory of Ian, besides his beard, of course, will always be of him in the middle of the most recent Prospect event, camera out, freezing the moment in history. And he seemingly always did that with a smile on his bearded face, a smile that hid the enormous stress he was under that no one else on staff could possibly understand. Quote, people didn't know how much pressure he was under, how much he did on the weekends, shooting stuff and working on Photoshop, Chris said. So much of his work goes on behind the scenes so no one knew about it. He dealt with the stress really amazingly. Now we are left with the stress of how to replace the irreplaceable. Literally, Ian has been the Prospector Visuals department for the past 4 years, winning more awards and having his work appear in print more than anyone our program has ever seen. And it is hard to imagine a Prospector without Ian Magnuson's work plastered all over it. Ian is a Prospector legend, and Friday Night Football, Tuesday Night Pay Stubs, heck, any Prospect event for that matter, won't be the same without him.